wanna a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Go away, Anna.
Okay, we're starting with a side mission. Don't worry, this isn't the premiere of Season 2. Oh, don't worry, that day is coming. So anyway, Nintendo doesn't seem to understand the Western market. You need an example? But besides the point, they are in really deep slag here. They only got $8 to $10 billion left in the bank. There's still enough wiggle room to start new projects and polish their current works like Mario Kart 8 or Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. They are certainly gonna need the latter of that, as that's all the analysts say they have left to save its sauce. Or better yet, they can gobble up Capcom, who are much further down in the dumpster, both in its once loyal fanbase and its funding. In September of last year, they couldn't even afford to make Dead Rising 3 without Microsoft bankrolling it with only $150 million left in the bank. Their way to circumvent this? Advertise their games in fashion magazines and crank up the DLC to 11,000. Yeah, it's the egotistical MDA jackamules in charge that are doing this to Capcom. They say the Resident Evil fanbase is too old for Resident Evil, contradicting demographics be damned, solely because we knew that Resident Evil 6 was a hot mess. I haven't even tried it yet, as I am not really a Resident Evil fan, but I hear that the Resident Evil fans are awaiting the next Resident Evil and how it will be thoroughly squashed by Evil Within. There are people flocking to the Wii U for Bayonetta 2 because of the horrors of the Western continuity of DMC. We actually funded Mighty No. 9 because you buried your mascot Mega Man and never even acknowledged him, let alone celebrated his 25th anniversary. If you're willing to bury your mascot, there's something wrong with you, like using condoms to plug holes in a wooden ship. It's a quick fix, yeah, but when it pops, good luck, Charlie. Wait, the show's ending already? Come on, it's a spin-off of Wizards. It's a really awesome show. Anywho, they started to employ 100 employees a year. Golly gee willikers, well, doesn't that sound familiar? Hey, that image inspired me. Hey, Blackbuster Show. You wanna do some parallels once Capcom gets their just desserts? Like where Circuit City Acts Appliances, Capcom was all like, let's take all 8 Mega Man games we're planning, including the 4 we already have in development, and push them in the trash! Yes, really. Capcom relied on the Mega Man fanbase to build Mega Man Legends 3 for them, and had it cancelled because we couldn't really access the level builder.
There is logic in what he says.
Darkstalkers is barely represented in the Capcom vs. Whatever franchise beyond its female fan service characters, while the rest of the Capcom franchises are barely even recognized at all. The few franchises that do get some limelight end up with a horrible reboot with dreads and someone's wife gets converted into a mechanical arm. Yeah, I'd run from that game too if I heard that bit. So it's either Namco or Nintendo that'll buy them. Namco has quite a lot of synergy already that can allow the two companies to mesh together as the corporate giant and punished asset. Like, they already gained some synergy from Street Fighter Cross Tekken and the Project Cross Zone series. It would definitely make Tekken Cross Street Fighter, as well as any future installment in the Cross franchise, much easier to make. Not only because Capcom is all the more closer to them, but also because the only company they would have left to negotiate with is Sega. We all know how they're feeling with the booster shot they got from Atlas, and them themselves have recently merged with Bandai, the producers of the Super Sentai toys and video games, among other toy projects that are being localized by, you know, these fuckers. But seriously though, the Blue Bomber piloting a Gundam? Yeah, I'd be down for that. On the other hand, Nintendo has been the go-to guy for Mega Man since day one. Sure, in recent years, there is spread to more consoles, but taking into consideration that most of the post-Legend spin-offs have appeared almost exclusively on Nintendo's Game Boy Advance and DS systems, And let us not forget that Capcom planned to develop 5 exclusive titles for the GameCube so many moons ago. We got beautiful Joe out of it thanks to Hideki Kamina, the guy who made Devil May Cry and later Okami and Bayonetta. We also got an aborted franchise out of Dead Phoenix. Can't get more stillborn than that. Thanks a lot for hogging Resident Evil 4 PS2 this. I don't care if you spawn the greatest Square Enix franchise they have left unsoiled. I think Nintendo should take the risk and gobble up Capcom and finish what they started. Trust me, the Nintendo fanboys will love it when they see the new franchises pouring in, and the Wii U will be thankful as it soars from the shelves. And seriously, Iwata, buy Capcom away from those crash grab DLC disc lockers. It'll make the fans happy with some fresh talent. It would make fellows like Black Bond happy, and they will forgive you for at least one of your mistakes. For now at least. And it'll make Apple happy to know that an inevitable purchase will be all the more sweeter. P.S. It is still a steal, and Disney is still winning all of the proverbial sports. Okay, thanks for supporting my channel. Pan Pizza now has a fancy new P.O. box. Games, Figmas, anime, you name it, and he'd want it. So between you and me, I'd send him some Disney Infinity figurines to get him to participate in the big debut of Season 2. And I also want you to support RE Magic Kingdom Hearts. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, then this fan event is going to be thanked for you. We might even get to film a review with some jerk with a camera. In case you're one of those kooky conformists, make sure to rate, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And as always, in space, we're watching you fap. We shall start the bidding at $1.3 billion. Mushy mushy. Huh? What do you mean suicide?
I'm Sean and today fucking sucks.